A construction site on the Athens bypass turned into an emergency operating room this morning. A worker fell into a piece of heavy machinery. He got tangled in an aggregate placer machine during a concrete pour. Rescuers spent more than an hour freeing him. A special trauma team from Piedmont Athens Regional worked at the scene on the side of the road. The worker's name and condition have not been released.